Hey friends, it's Ruben with Hi-Fi MIDI. Thanks for joining me for another live stream. I titled this video, Create Beautiful Ambient Guitars, Electric Guitars, and Violin Effects, and Violin. Um, so this is going to be a short video. I'm not going to show you how I played the parts. I'm just going to show you how I got the sound. So I created a track here. I hope you like it, but this is going to show those two sounds that I want you to be able to achieve. So here it goes. I had a lot of fun making that. If you're out there right now, just say hi. Hey, Paul. Thanks for joining me. And so I'm going to go through the instruments that I used for this. I used two instances of Ample Guitar Taylor. This is AGTC, and with the neck pickup. And then the other one is AGTC with the bridge pickup, because I needed two different sounds. Then Superior Drummer, Ample Precision Bass. Let's see. Then Keyscape, the Yamaha C7 piano. Omnisphere, this is the Evolution pad. Such a beautiful sound. Then I have a dark pad used later on. Kind of opens up with the mod wheel. And then I'm using Keyscape with the Glock and Celeste sound. Alright, so to the guitars. The Ample Taylor with the neck extension is panned to the right, hard right, and then the bridge extension is panned to the left. I wanted that dual guitar sound. I think they sound great together. So here are my settings. The first thing I did was turn off all the internal effects, because in version 2, the effects are not that great and they don't sound good. Hopefully, I think version 3 is going to have a lot better amp and effects simulations, so be on the lookout for that. The next thing is that we're going to use sustain for this type of plane. We're going to set it to keyboard mode because we want to be able to play whatever chord without, the engine cutting off certain notes. So when you're playing ambient type style guitars or even violin effects, you're going to use very simple chords and very simple licks. It's not going to be anything too lyrical or melodic, because you don't want the notes bleeding into each other. And I think I have the release set just a little bit high, but that's not too necessary. So in the meantime, I'm using Amplitube 4. I have in the rack section, I have delay set to dotted eighth notes. Excuse me, I'm still a little sick. Feedback is set to 12%. Then I have reverb with the long tail. Decay time is 7 seconds. And then I have a little bit of overdrive on it, not too much. So the settings are virtually identical on the other one as well. Except I have a little bit more overdrive level on this one, on the left side. So you're gonna get a thicker sound on one side. It makes it sound like you have two guitars playing, which it is two guitars playing. But I want to let you hear how it sounds with both of them together. So when you're playing, it's good to play really softly to get that gentle ambient sound. So you want to watch out not to play too many notes or too many passing tones. I'm going to give you an example of that. The reason you don't want to do that is because the sound will start getting really muddy. So try to keep things simple when you're playing like that. If you're going to play quick rhythms, make sure that they're the same notes. So if I'm going to play eighth notes, for example, or if you're going to play a lot of notes, you might as well start taking down the delay or the reverb, which is going to lose that ambient guitar effect. Let's hear how it sounds with the lower notes. So that was the ambient guitar part. And then I want to get into the violin effect. This is actually something I've never used within the AmpleSound guitar plugin. I've always used, I think it's the automatic swell plugin within Amplitube. I think you have to pay for that extra. You have to buy that from their custom shop. But there's a feature within AmpleSound guitars called the fade in. So the fade in is sort of like the attack setting. I like to have it set to 3. You could have it set to as high as you want for the song that you're using, but 3 is good for what I like. But what I did as well is assign that to one of the knobs on my keyboard. So if you have a MIDI keyboard, please take advantage of this. This is going to make it so much easier for you in live performance and when you're recording on the spot. So what I did is right click that knob, press or click on learn, and then I started turning this knob right here on my keyboard, and it's going to automatically assign it to that knob, that parameter to that knob. So watch as it moves. When I turn this, it's going to move by itself. And this is good because if I wanted, let's say, that violin effect at the beginning, I can have it, and then later on, I can set this down, and it's going to give me that regular attack. So here's with the violin sound. And it adds a nice effect when you give it vibrato too. So you're gonna use your mod wheel, and I would practice if I were you. If you're not good at doing vibrato on your guitar plugin. The best ambient guitar settings I have seen is chorus into delay into reverb with an overdrive setting of about 30%. I should try that. Let's see. Let me add a chorus to that. Let me see what it sounds like. Okay. Chorus would be under modulation, I think. I think I would have to mess with that a little bit more. So I'm gonna delete that. So it sounds nice when you add vibrato to some of those notes. One other word of advice. When you're recording, if you're going to try to play your track and you want part of it to have that violin effect and the other part to have the regular attack, make sure that you have your read and write on while you're recording. If you're using Cubase, you just click on it, click on the W. Because if you didn't do that, then you would have, it wouldn't, the sound wouldn't reflect those changes that you made. So if you have it on set to write, whatever you move on your keyboard will move it in the recorded track. So that's what I did on this one. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell for more videos. Leave a comment below telling me what you like and what kind of videos you would like to see in the future. And if you really love my channel and want to contribute to it financially, I have a PayPal, Patreon, and Venmo link in the description so that you can see better quality videos in the future. Well, thanks for joining me for this live stream, and I appreciate your support.